Oh, well, oh, well.
Oh, well, oh, well.
We are back, baby. Oh, man, on this motivational Monday. Sonnies, I hope you guys had a beautiful little weekend. We had a nice little break on Friday because they had to do some electrical work over here at Limelight Theater.
Yeah.
Glad everything is up and going. The hamster's on the wheel, that's for sure. Listen, we've got an absolute ride we're going to be taking you on today. We've got heart, we've got heat, and we've got a story that's going to make you hug your neighbor and a story that's going to make you gasp into your spice and tea today,
What
baby.
tea you drinking?
I'm doing the rosé all day.
Again?
It's my favorite. I do. I like this one. I'm trying to get. I try to finish them before I open up the next bag. And the next I got to get into is the blueberry yogurt series, which
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard.
Misty likes that.
I've heard this is a fan favorite. I'm really excited about it. So it is a really good one. But anyway, this show will have you sit down and watch and say yes to success and risk for the best and all the rest. And we're going to turn it over to the queen of the Sunny snack scene. Mel, what is on the snack agenda? Did you have anything notable?
I did. I had a pancake. We had breakfast for dinner last night because that's what Jim wanted for Father's Day.
God, I love breakfast for dinner. Tell me about
I
this.
had a pancake left over, so I put it in tinfoil last night, and I just finished it.
So
It's
a
good.
pancake for what else did you have? Bacon.
We had bacon. We had scrambled eggs. We had.
You put cheese in the eggs?
No, Jim doesn't like it. I like cheese and eggs.
I
We
like
had
it.
grits. I like grits. And then I wanted biscuits, but I never ate any of them. So, Mom, when you go over to do the dogs, there's eggs in the fridge, scrambled eggs you could have. There's also asparagus, and then there's biscuits that Jim burnt because he cut his finger.
If we have leftover eggs, I like to put a little salsa with it.
No.
And then you have and you can make an
I
egg
don't like
burrito.
a salsa on my eggs.
Oh, I love
Jim
it.
does too.
I made a
But-
really good salsa over the weekend.
You did?
And I made it with mango, which was really good. And I'm like, you know what? Sunny salsa sounds kind of nice. Maybe I'll go into the sunny salsa industry.
Sunny works for everything. But we've got birthdays, history, fun facts, all the good stuff coming your way, and a brand new Details by Dean. And trust me, today's lineup has some surprises that are going to make you go, wait, what happened on this day?
I know. It's a good history day to talk about some
Yes.
stuff. What did you watch over the weekend, too? I
Oh,
saw this new
my
show.
God.
I saw
start first.
$1 Million Nanny
I'm not watching that.
on Hulu. It's really up your alley, actually. No, listen, I had to do a
I'm
lot.
still on my break from reality TV. I had to take a
Oh,
break
I
from
didn't
it.
know this.
Yeah,
you
I've
didn't
been
tell
on a
me
break
this.
for a few months with reality TV. I broke up with them.
Okay, well then
So
you
I'm
will.
waiting.
Then you will. Might want to get re in
Because
bed.
the thing about Palm Beach,
Yeah.
that wore me out. I was like, I'm done with reality
I love
TV.
Palm Beach. That was such a good one. So.
But I watched Maternal Instincts on Netflix.
Woo! Did you see that? That's some crazy. Beep.
Have any of you watched Maternal Instincts on Netflix
my
today?
God.
Then after that, because I love this
Who
kind of stuff.
thinks about these things?
Then after that, I watched.
Doesn't it shock you about how people go the extra mile in
I'm
life?
not shocked anymore.
It's disgusting how people
and
act.
then after that, I watched. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, it's called What Jennifer Did.
Okay, I've not seen that one. I need to look at that one too.
This kind of stuff doesn't surprise me anymore.
So, can you go back to the first one? What was it called? Maternal
Maternal
Instinct.
Instincts.
Can you tease a little bit about what happens here?
So everybody,
Guys, this is bad.
everybody watched The Crash with. I'm not going to say the girl's name because I don't want to bring any more attention to her because that's what she wants.
Okay.
But a new villain has entered the chat. I'm not going to say her name either. You can Google it. So basically, she lied.
Maternal Instinct, it's
Yes,
called.
She lied over and over, and
I mean, she had the diabetes.
She faked a pregnancy.
Yeah, she did.
And she murdered a friend, a woman she befriended that
Can
was a
you
photographer at her
imagine?
wedding, and Googled a cesarean
Yep.
and tried to perform one and took the baby out of her stomach.
Oh,
Drove with the placenta in her hand.
can you
and-
imagine?
Yeah, it was disturbing.
Oh, it's awful, awful. But God sakes, that story was just the twists and the turns with it, ridiculous. You know what else I'm enjoying? I'm also watching the new Cape Fear on Apple Plus.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to tell you because I really made
That's good, the one from
sure
the 90s.
the reason why I'm bringing it up because I wanted to have a small conversation with you if you don't mind, because it is not the same story as it is loosely based off of the story. They still have Max, who's like the villain in the story, but there's some twists to the tale that are new and more modernized to make it seem more real. I actually really like it.
Maybe.
I really like the cast. It's wonderful. Amy Adams. I mean, like really, really, really sharp. So just saying.
Yes. So what else we got today?
Yeah, I got a shenanigans story. I'm just gonna say. a very interesting car listing on Marketplace, and you have to be careful in the photos that you put in your on the post.
Oh, I love when people don't realize what's in the background of their videos.
Whoopsie doodle.
And speaking of stay tuned,
Okay.
we've got a local story today about a community wrapping their arms around a family after the worst night of their lives.
Ooh, Tim Gauze in comments, Dutton Ranch on Paramount. I have to
Okay.
start it because I love a Beth Dutton moment. Listen, Claudia and I
That's
went.
who just told me. She goes, I figured out who you remind me of, Beth.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know
That
this
is
Beth.
an ultimate compliment. Like,
Yeah?
she is a badass
She
to
goes,
the T.
you remind me of Beth.
She is zero nonsense. She is a fierce and fabulous human being.
Well, now I
Yeah,
gotta
you need
figure,
to roll
I need
into
to watch
that.
because I need to figure out who this Beth person
You
is.
need to roll Beth Dutton, girl. Yeah, she is no
All right.
nonsense.
Well, apparently that's who I remind people of.
She okay, so she's originally from Yellowstone, like the characters from
Yeah.
Yellowstone, and she's
I've
like,
never seen that either.
oh, fiery, oh my god, and you won't like her at first, but then all of a sudden, boom, you're gonna be hooked. Everybody says it,
All
and
right.
you'll be hooked. She's incredible. Yeah, that was a good
Oh.
call, Mr. Tim.
Tim says, watch the miniseries on Netflix. I Will Find You. I think my
Okay,
mom watched that too.
I started it, guys. It was almost like I was too distracted, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I kept saying that constantly, and then I don't know about you guys, but like stoner beloner me, I
My
had to
mom
like
watched
start
it, too.
everything over and like okay, but yeah, it is a good one. It is on my Netflix feed too.
My mom said she watched that one, so okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now what's we got
Oh my God, this show is fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV. We love you guys. And now a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All-American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Guys,
Wait, I have to say, Dean.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dean. However, I stopped watching Game of Thrones after season 2. I was just over it.
I love
So,
Game of Thrones.
have fun.
You don't love it anymore? You just don't, yeah.
I watched up to season 2 and I was like, I'm
I
done
love
with this.
it. No,
it was
it's
like
so
this,
good. Yeah. Hey guys, we need to call out for a big attention. I mean, I know that a lot of people saw the big news about Rachel in Sunny Fans' private group page, but before we get into anything else today, Mel and I just want to recognize her because someone we love is gone, and her name is Rachel. And if you've been around Sunny TV for any amount of time, even from absolutely from day one, you probably saw her in comments. You probably noticed that she wasn't there for quite some bit. But Rachel was one of our first and one of our most faithful fans, and one of the people who made us believe early on that we can do anything in this TV network. I will always remember the time that we would spend at, everyone knows I'm an early riser. I get up at around 5 a.m. And obviously Rachel's from the United Kingdom, so her time was a little bit different, but that was the time that she could communicate with me, and she'd, pump us with, God's sakes, all of the Reddit stories. A lot of them come from Rachel. I mean, even Addie was like, I am so grateful for Rachel waking up in the morning and saying, I can't wait to see what Mel's reaction or her facial expressions are going to be on this, on this story. We are going to miss her. And I know that she's still with us, and she's still going to watch over this network and still be an angel for us. The news absolutely devastated me. It took me quite some time to be able to actually talk to you guys about this today, because it was just something that really hit the heart heartstrings on so many. I mean, I talked to Vicky, who we haven't even seen for quite some time. She was frustrated with the Facebook comments going away, but she's was devastated about Rachel because we've all had some sort of interaction or some sort of comment with her, and she's just been such an amazing human being. I mean, she tried to buy a hat from the Sunny merch store to get out.
Oh my God, what a mess this hat.
To get to the UK, and then it got sent back to me. Then we had some person that said, "Oh, I'm going out."
And they never delivered it.
Never delivered it, and now it's still floating in space somewhere. I have no idea where the hat is, but it was the quirky coolness about Rachel that just made us smile. There were times where we're like, "What is she talking about?" Like, but I remember,
she loved our British accent.
She
though.
hated our British accents. She would give us like voice notes all the time, or if I said something wrong, like she would always give me notes. The one like cultural thing that was really funny is the 5-cent coin that we have here is called a nickel. Well, she thought I was saying the N-word.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
She
got so mad.
read me the riot act, you guys. She was like, and your sponsors are going to be so disappointed.
I'm like, a nickel.
Babe, it's a 5-cent piece. And that was kind of like, where we like became really good friends because we had a good laugh about it. And she's an incredible.
She taught us about British humor.
She really did. How dry it is, but and how still like, a lot of cultures will still come together. Rachel is an absolute legend here at Sunny TV, and we will miss her. And I know she's still with us. And what a great friend to start this crazy project. And she just came out of nowhere. Yeah. She's like, "Hi, I'm Rachel from the UK."
Yes, and I have to give it to my mom because my mom, she checks on everybody, knows what's going on.
Tell this story, yeah.
And none of us have heard from her. Well, my mother sent a message to Rachel on Facebook Messenger. She, reaching out, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And Rachel's mother is the one who messaged her back. Well,
shout out to Ellie. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mom, I give you a lot of credit when you know something's not right or whatever she does. And sometimes it drives me nuts, but I'm glad she does it. So if it wasn't for my mom, we would have never figured it out.
I'm going to tag in Rachel's mom just so that everybody can send her something super kind because that's obviously a huge loss for their family. And big shout out to Rachel's family and friends out in the UK. So we are always going to be thinking about her. In fact, we're gonna frame a picture of Rachel. We're gonna put it in our studio so we never forget that incredible, dry, beautiful humor that she gave us every single day. She is absolutely legendary. I'm still in shock. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. But let's get into the weather, shall we?
We're going to segue to the weather after that.
I mean, it's not that great. Yeah, let's talk about the weather here. What's going on?
Here we go, guys. Well, today is, wonderful, marvelous Monday. Monday keeps happening like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Okay, it needs to stop. But today it's going to be a high in 93, but it's going to feel 109.
Yeah.
Jesus. And winds are coming in southwest at 8 miles per hour, and wind gusts are 12 miles per hour.
Did you get that rainstorm yesterday?
Yes, I'm so sick of this.
That was amazing.
I'm done with the rain.
I love rainstorms like that, where like everybody has to stay inside because it was, woo, child.
I'm sick of it. There is a chance around 4 o'clock, like a 30% chance of rain. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But tonight it's going to drop down to 76, but it's going to feel 84. So this is the time of the year where it constantly, at some point during the day, rains. So stay inside.
It's great advice. Great advice.
I hate
Stay inside and enjoy your all-American air conditioning.
Well, the problem is if you have a dog like I have, Luna, that gets severe like stress and anxiety with the storms, you have to time it an hour before to give her the trazodone. But then sometimes it doesn't rain, and then you've wasted the trazodone. The dog's like a zombie. It's just, I hate it.
I mean, we basically have trazodone on an IV drip in my house.
Daisy's laying on the back of the couch looking out the window at the rain, and she'll go out and play in it.
Yeah.
Let's get into some Details by Dean, shall we?
DetailsByDean.com.
All right, today is National Chocolate Eclair Day and National Onion Rings Day.
Ooh,
Sweet and savory.
What a combo. It's very
it's
cool.
So funny.
Eclair actually means lightning in French. I didn't know that. Probably because nobody can resist eating one in 3 bites. And onion rings got their big break thanks to the rise of American diners and Americans' crappy food habits. Shut up, Davey. I know.
Let's go notable birthdays. I do love onion rings.
Me too. I know. I'm not gonna lie.
We've got got some major birthdays today. Meryl Streep.
Oh my gosh.
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Meryl Streep has more Oscar nominations than any actor in history, over 20 of them. And Cyndi Lauper didn't stop at Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She later won a Tony Award for writing the music for the incredible show Kinky Boots.
I love Kinky Boots.
Ooh, it's my favorite show. Yes.
And world history. So in 1815, a very famous emperor surrendered.
That's going to be Little Napoleon.
Little miniature men.
Little Napoleon. Just days after the defeat at Waterloo, he surrendered to the British, hoping for asylum. Instead, he was exiled to a tiny little island called St. Helena for the rest of his life.
And in 1944, one of the most important laws in American history was signed.
Yeah, the GI Bill. It gave World War II veterans money for college and home loans. And that's the big reason the American middle class grew so fast after the war.
And in 1990, something a lot of us grew up with showed up for the first time.
Oh my gosh. You remember this Microsoft release, Windows 3.0?
Windows 3.0.
The operating system introduced everyday people to personal computers. This is true. We had the Word came out from that
Are
one.
you ready for this? Fun fact. There's a road in Japan that actually plays music.
Engineers, listen to this, guys. This is a really cool fact. Engineers cut grooves into the pavement so that when you drive over it at the right speed, your tires create a melody.
Ding, ding,
they
ding.
call it the singing road, and now it's a tourist attraction. So if cars are speeding on this road, Mel, it will play a different tune, and then that will alert police. Like,
I love this.
I think this is a cool idea for us. I'm
This
just
is really
saying.
fun.
Hello.
And back in
Cynthia
2007,
Garris, honey.
a cow in Ireland literally ran straight into a supermarket.
Oh my God.
Staff had to lure her back outside with food, and the whole thing went viral.
Oh my
That cow
gosh.
said, "I just need a break. It's hot. Give me some foods."
Speaking about performing in the heat, we've got local music report today. Strum it, drum it, hum it down. Sonny's the time for the local music report to make you proud on this Monday, June 22nd. We got the man, the myth, the legend, his residency, Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Starrett at Tradewinds Lounge at 1. Blackshear at Bin 39 at 2 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy coming in strong at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Bones at the Tide Oyster Company at 5. Mark Hart at Tradewinds Lounge at 5. Kevin Edwards at 5:30.
I like how each one of their names, they have their own
They
little
all
thing.
have personalities to me, right? Like
Yeah.
Janaya at T. Smith Asian Bistro at 5:30. Legendary bad boy, there he is. Bob Patterson throwing it down at O.C. White's Restaurant tonight at 5:30. Jim Johnston will be sweeping the nation at 17 King at 6 o'clock. Stu Weaver, he'll be mixing it up at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. Wayne Lake, there he is. Go take a swim with him at Casa Divino 57. Get some wine for 7 o'clock. Thievery Corporation at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, 7 o'clock p.m. And finishing out tonight is our local favorite STD, Johnson Burns.
Oh my God,
at
Mom,
Tradewinds Lounge
hold
at
on.
9.
Mom, what are you talking about? She just said, "I am home in German down with David." Oh yeah. Oh, I think she
Humming
meant
and strumming it down. That she
Oh
says
my
that
God.
every day. I love you, Maria. I
Hilarious.
speak Maria language, I know it. And we've got some great expectations.
People are looking for a company. I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right, Sonnies, welcome back to the Sunnyverse. And today we have one of
You're
our
gonna be like, "Why'd you
favorite
put a
guests of all
sweatshirt on?"
time. We have Teresa Andrews, Director of Development over at Epic Behavioral Healthcare, and she also takes care of one of the biggest supporters of mentorship in town, Big Brothers Big Sisters of St. Johns County. Their 2026 summer online auction is coming up, and we have a sneak peek and an exclusive interview with her today to find out what we need to be bidding on and when do we start doing it. Teresa, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. Good to see you guys.
So this is a really fun initiative. Every year you guys do this awesome big summer online auction, and
Right.
it's raising some funds for some great programs out there. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yep, it raises money for our mentoring programs. And one of the new directions that not just us, but nationally, Big Brothers Big Sisters is moving into is more about mental well-being of the littles in the program. So we are going to start using or sharing with Bigs a curriculum called social emotional learning, which helps in fun ways. There's fun activities, there's games, there's crafts, but it helps the big work with the little on things like gratitude and
Cool.
time management and moderating our emotions, just things that are so helpful to learn
And
to
some things
know.
that we take for granted.
Right.
This is
right.
awesome.
But in a fun way, right? Not in a fun way. And so this year, part of the auction will go to helping us put that program in place. So we're super, super excited. But it's kind of our last push of the fiscal year, that last hoorah before we, close out those financial books. And it's, like you said, it's fun. It's exciting.
It is exciting because if you think about it, guys, we shop locally. We always support local businesses, and we're already going to be buying, services at
Let me
Panache
tell
or
you,
getting
you know
some
what-
gift cards.
You know
and
what I did? I bid on the online auction last
Yeah.
year. I waited till like the 11th hour. I was like, I'm gonna get this. Boom! I put my bid in. Somebody outbid me in the last 3 minutes. I
See?
was so mad.
But this is a really great way to be able to get some good support from local
Right.
businesses. Can you talk about what is in this auction and what we should look forward to?
Well, you mentioned Panache.
Yay.
And they have donated us a full spa day.
Oh, wow.
This is an amazing.
Yes,
I'm
it
definitely bidding on
is.
this one.
Yes, it is. So, and then remember we had Bryce here a few weeks ago from the Renaissance. They've donated 2 nights to stay
Oh,
there
wow.
at the Renaissance.
Excellent.
And Guy Harvey has donated 2 nights. And then some of the restaurants include Cafe 11 and Al Dente's off of 210 and Simone's wood-fired craft kitchen.
Oh yeah, so good. Yes.
Yep. So they're coming on board. And then we have another. So it's interesting. The family that owns Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner, instead of giving us gift certificates,
Love Andy.
they own a condo in Pigeon Forge.
Oh,
this Oh, is so wow.
So they're
fun.
donating 4 nights at their condo in Pigeon Forge, which is beautiful.
That's
How
awesome.
cool is
Yep,
this?
yep, it's really cool. And then we have like the art house has given a sip and spin class, so like introduction to pottery.
Yes.
So we have that going on, and then we have oh gosh, we just have so much. It's so exciting.
I'll tell you, Art House is a really, really cool thing to experience,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's like such a world of creativity over there
Right.
on the beach, which is so lovely, and it's
Right.
a great activity to get with a group of friends
Yeah.
and to learn the art of pottery. I know that's
Right.
that's super super cool.
Yep.
So when does this auction open?
So it starts on June 23rd
Okay.
at 8 a.m.
Awesome.
And so, and it goes till June 30th at 8 p.m. So you do
Okay.
have to watch it, as Melanie found out, because
Yes.
someone can sneak in at that last minute.
So that means go on there on the last day at 7:55.
Yeah, can you talk
in
a
there.
little bit about some strategy here? Because you're a very strategic bidder.
Well, I'm very competitive and I hate losing.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah. So if you get outbid, just wait a little bit. Okay, just wait a little. And then check it back in like 2 hours, and then go back in, and then wait a little longer, and then watch the clock, because you remember all clocks run differently.
Yeah.
Cell phones, computer clocks, or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Wait until the last like 3 minutes, and then.
Yeah, you just got to make sure. So,
Yes.
Teresa, what are the bidding increments looking like? Are they all different per item?
They're different per item. It depends on the value of the item, and we tend to start bidding at about a third of the value and start from there. And Melanie, you might remember this too. The whole system that we use is called bidding for good.
Yes.
Like if you make a bid on an item and then someone outbids you, you get an email.
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
how
Oh,
I
that's
knew.
kind of cool. So
So
that
you
you don't
do
have.
know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are notified.
Right.
That's great.
I was so mad.
I mean, because some people get a little intimidated being online, and so can you talk a little bit about how easy it is?
It is easy.
okay.
It is easy. So what people would do is they would go to biddingforgood.com/epic-BBBS, all lowercase. And it is going to require you to register, and it is going to require you to put your credit card information in, but it's such a secure system, and we don't see that. It's all handled through their back end, and we've been using this company for
They're
years.
great.
Yeah, they
We've been
are
using them
great.
for years. So you go on, you make an account. You don't even have to, your username, which might show up on the bidding site, you don't have to use your real name. You can make something up, or they assign you one. So it's very private. No one's going to know who's bidding. So you go on, you make your account, and then you can view the auction. Well, you can view the auction without making an account, but you can't bid.
Okay.
So if you see something you want to bid on, so you just might as well make the
I
account.
like that you can at least get a preview,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you're like, okay,
Yeah.
now I'm really going to register, because
And-
everyone's going to register at the end of the day. Let's be real.
right. Well, and you can go look at it now we don't have everything on there because I'm slowly adding things, and then some things we hold back so that then in the middle of the auction we can say, hey, there's new items.
Awesome.
Take a look.
Awesome.
And we send out emails about that as well. But you just go to this auction and you say view auction, and you walk through it. So we have a description of the item, we have the value of the item, we have any extenuating circumstances, like does it have a deadline to use it?
Yeah.
Are there blackout dates for like the hotel rooms? Do you have to do something in particular? So you have all that information going in, so you can make a good bid knowing that, yes, I can really use this.
Yeah.
And then then because you've registered, they have your email, and so then you do get those
Yeah.
notifications. And so on June 30th at 8 p.m. it closes, and you get a notification if you've won. And then the next day I do my back end stuff, and it charges your credit card, and then I call the winners and say, okay. And so we either mail gift certificates or people come by and pick up things like the Minorca Mike's daddle pepper sample kit.
Yeah.
We don't really want to put that in the mail because that's really heavy. Hopefully someone local will win that, and they'll come pick it up. And we have, Brian Collins Art donated this Alice in Wonderland skate deck. It's the coolest
cool.
looking thing. You could use it as a skate deck, or you could just hang it on your wall because it's amazing art. So just all kinds of really neat things. And like I said, we're adding more, and it's not too late to donate to the auction. And one of the things that's really nice for businesses who donate is, first of all, they get such a big shout out because it's talking about all about their product, right? But then we have their logo on there. We have a link to their website.
I love
and
that.
we do some social media type things with that as well. And I always tell businesses too, like, if you want to participate, but you really are feeling like I can't do a lot. What about, do you have an item on clearance that you're going to end up writing off anyway?
True.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So, and then a lot of times too, gift cards get people into your store or your restaurant or your place of business. And then it's kind of their job to upsell, but then you have that opportunity, and they might not have gone in there.
Do you know what I
begin
like
with.
to do? So I'll randomly buy gift cards,
Yeah.
right, for like restaurants. And then Jim's like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, oh, I have a gift card for such and such, but it's all places I like to eat. So then it's like, okay, I get to eat what I want, but I have this gift card, but he doesn't realize, like, I buy them.
Yeah. And now you
Sneak
can
attack.
bid on them.
Yes, and I
really
can
leaning
donate.
into that local businesses.
Yes.
So you said that the auction's not closed. So I know that we have a lot of business owners that watch the show too, and they can still donate, and they can
Yes.
still give some items.
What's the cutoff?
What is really is a gift certificate a better thing to donate, or a physical or tangible item, or honestly you're just open for anything?
We're really open for anything. I mean, it is really cool when you have the items on there. But let's say like jewelry. So jewelry is always really cool. But what if someone would have bid on jewelry because they like your store, but they don't particularly care for that item? They're not a bracelet wearer, so they're not going to bid on it. But if it had been a gift certificate, man, they'd be in your store right
Right.
away.
True.
So in some ways, gift certificates do give a little more flexibility.
Yeah.
But we'll take anything, and people will bid on anything. And what's cool too is we get bidders from all across the country.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, I ship gifts to Wisconsin, and
That's awesome.
California, and and things like that. So that's really cool. So it's definitely a broad audience, and it is really easy to get items to us. You can go to the Bidding for Good site, the /epic-BBBS, and there's a place where you can click on make a donation, and you can do it through the system, or you can just call me, and I can work it through you, and we'll come pick it up.
That's
we
fantastic.
are happy to come pick up the prices.
That's awesome. So let's get back to the actual auction and what it's supporting. You did say that it was directly going to some specific mentor programming and some enrichment, but how important is it to Big Brothers and Big Sisters right now? Is it you said you're finishing out the fiscal year. You want to go out with the big bang. How important is this auction right now?
It's super important. I mean, always at the end of the year, you're always looking like, okay, did this fundraiser meet its goal? And then did this grant, guidelines, did we meet that? And sometimes there's a little bit of a lapse. We have a tiny bit of a lapse, not bad. So I'm really proud of that. But it's nice to go into the new fiscal year,
yeah.
ahead. And then this just also builds excitement because people like looking at it, and it's fun and it's exciting. And it gives us kind of that oomph, going into the new fiscal year as we prepare for we were just talking about words, right? Before, there's a word I'm supposed to use and I can't think of it before, we start the new fiscal year. But like other nonprofits, we always are raising money top of mind because
Yeah,
it
so you gotta
costs money
function.
to do what we do and provide the services that
And the
we
financial
provide.
landscape is shifting. I mean, that is
It
the
is.
absolute truth. And
It
so this
is.
is a really great way, a little bonus boost for this incredible program and the power of mentorship. I mean, that can go a long way, right?
Absolutely.
So if there's somebody on the fence right now thinking, I don't want to put my credit card in there, but tell them the power of bidding on this auction and how important it truly is to drive this home.
It's so safe and it's super important because it just really helps us reach those kids. And you know, it's not just the kids that we're helping, it's the families. And in the past month, there have been a couple of our families that have had situations that families shouldn't have to deal with, but they are. And because they're part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, we have been able to jump in and kind of wrap services around them and help provide support and cheerlead through them. And I just don't know what they would have done without that. So it's not just helping that child, which is super, super important, but it ripples out to the whole family, which then ripples out to the whole community. And so it's making, I think, a way bigger impact than people realize when they think about Big Brothers Big Sisters. They think about the child, which again is critical, but it goes out.
Yeah.
And so the online auction helps us reach the finish line. It helps us do that last push. And again, because we have kind of this new focus going into the new year, it's going to help set us up to be really ready to jump in that with both feet and do a bang-up job.
I think that's amazing. Teresa, where can people find out more information? If they have questions, where can they reach out to you?
So people are free to give me a call at 904-829-9986. That's the Big Brothers Big Sisters line. Or they can go straight to the auction. And you can also put questions in through the auction, and I actually receive those. So if someone has a question about an item or anything like that, I'm the one that's going to be answering those. And that, again, is biddingforgood.com/EPIC-BBBS.
Perfect. We'll put that in comments and get everybody to rally around this incredible auction. You ready to bid?
Yeah, I'm going to try a different strategy this year.
Okay, that's right.
I'm not telling anybody what it is.
It's called Get Your Credit Card Ready, honey. That's the right thing and the right moves. Folks, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative, they set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. You guys, is Misty here today? Is Misty in comments? I can't see her. I don't think so. But she sent me over this article, and this actually turned into a pop culture spiral this weekend. It's actually an interesting conversation. Actually, not an interesting conversation.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed for this guy. Tyler Brodsky was just trying to get his two young daughters through a routine bathroom stop driving home to Oklahoma after a Florida trip, when a quick pit stop at a Quick Trip in Alabama turned into a moment that's now been viewed millions of times online. He took his daughters into the women's restroom, and while they were in their stalls, another customer came in yelling and screaming.
a man.
Man, thank you. Brodsky stayed calm, kept recording, and kept washing his daughter's hands while the man stood in the doorway on the phone with the police. In his own words, Brodsky says, "I am with my girls, and they were already scared, so I didn't want to escalate the matter any further." A Quick Trip employee stepped in and noticed that, yes, Brodsky did make sure that the women's bathroom was empty before he entered, and he closed the door on the situation and apologized to the family. When police arrived, they told the upset customer this wasn't something they needed to be involved with. The video didn't end there, though. Once it went viral, internet sleuths identified the man as Robert Buckner, a.k.a. Asshole, an independent contractor for a Mississippi real estate firm, and within days, that company cut ties with him entirely.
As they should. So here's my whole take on this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a dad, it's a man traveling with his 2 daughters.
Right.
First of all, I've had to, when I couldn't hold it, I've had to have Jim stand in front of the men's room, and I've had to use the men's room before with nobody in there.
Ew.
The men's bathroom is absolutely disgusting, and there's urinals on the wall, so you can see people like peeing. So he did the right thing by taking his daughters to the women's restroom, washing their hands. He did check first. But here's the other part of this.
I think we need to really make that clear, because he did
checked.
check. He opened the door and said,
But-
"Ladies, I'm coming in with my 2 daughters."
But
Like,
here's what else
there was
pisses me
nobody
off.
in that
the
restroom.
In the world we live in today, people are always up in arms about, you got to use the girls' bathroom if you're a girl, boys' bathroom if you're a boy, the whole bathroom thing. So he did the right thing. He took his daughters to the women's restroom.
You're in a stall.
First of all, second of all, I already said first of all. Second of all, the gentleman who busted in the bathroom screaming at him,
Robert Buckner.
yeah, you're in the women's restroom and you don't even have a kid. Like, how creepy are you?
I don't think so, honey.
Well, this man took his daughters in there because, think about it. Like I said, the men's restroom is disgusting. My dad had to do that with us, I'm sure, at some point, the 3 of us. Like, I side with the dad on this, and I'm glad that the guy, Robert Buckner, lost his job and everything, because that's disgusting behavior.
You
That's
can't
what's wrong
act
with
like
the world.
that. Honestly, that was taking it way too far. And honestly, I saw the whole video. I saw everything. I just felt so. And the little girls and the fear. You know
The
what I
dad
mean?
was calm. He's like,
He
we're
was
just washing our hands. We'll be done in a minute.
He was so smart.
It's smart of him to record.
To go record. Now, we do poo-poo a lot of people that start recording in a time of duress, but this situation
Yeah, but he was with his-
definitely proved his
he was
innocence.
with his kids.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And I think he did that to show that, okay, I am asking, and there was no other females in there. Even if there was a female in there using the restroom,
what would you
there's
have done?
stalls.
Yeah, what would you have done if you were one of the females in there taking a shadoobie and like
Well, I
somebody
don't
was
do that in a public bathroom, so I would be peeing.
and they knocked, ma'am, I'm bringing in my 2
I'd be
daughters.
like, all right, bring your girls in. Like, I wouldn't care.
Right.
And
I think most women would feel that way. They're like, whatever.
no,
yeah,
because
it's
you're
fine.
in a stall. And
Yeah.
second of all, like, if he has 2 girls, it's not like
He's not trying to be a creep. He's just trying
he's
to help
with
his 2
kids.
daughters,
First
right?
of all, I would have been like, okay, a high five or elbow high five, because you're bringing your daughters into the women's restroom. So that's pretty brave of you as a dad.
Absolutely. And like you said, the men's restroom is not
Disgusting.
always the greatest
Well, and
for
let's
2
be
young
honest,
little girls to
we
be
have
in.
things called human trafficking now. We have men that like to do little disgusting things with kids.
Well, that's what Buckner thought was happening. So, like, so since you brought it up,
Okay.
how do you know the difference between something like that versus what's actually happening here?
Well, you ask the store people, hey, there's a man in the women's restroom with 2 little girls.
Yeah, let them handle it.
And you let them handle it?
Yeah, let the store handle it. Why are you jumping into some like
Also,
Good Samaritan
Let's
craziness?
segue a different way. I was watching a story over the weekend, and it was very alarming to me. And it makes me almost never want to use a
Because I try to see both sides of the story
Yeah.
here. That's why I'm
Well-
playing the devil's advocate. I get why people are upset and pissed off about it, but I want to see both
Good
sides
morning,
of the story.
Cynthia Garris.
Oh, hey, girl, hey!
Congrats. But I will tell you this. I watched something this weekend that was very alarming to me, and I will not be using another gas station restroom ever
Here we
again.
go again.
No, look it up. You guys can look it up too.
Okay, definitely. After
So
the show.
there's places in certain gas stations where there are remote controlled locks on the outside of the door that if you go in, somebody can lock you in the bathroom.
Ooh,
Look it up. And so when you go
I
into,
don't like that at all.
but it shows you on the video what it looks like. So now if I absolutely have to use the bathroom inside a gas station, I look, and if I see that particular thing, I don't go. I'd rather pee in my pants.
Look, you all make fun of me. You all say, oh, he's so dopey Davy. But this is the reason why I am sponsored by Depend, and I do not use public restrooms. That's all. That's all I got to say.
I'm just telling you, I learned that
I get
this
the heavy
weekend.
absorbency when I'm on
Google
road
it.
trips.
Everybody look it up.
They have
Yeah.
wings. Yeah. All right, let's get into. Let's flip it and reverse it back to St. Augustine here. We got some local events. Hey, we got Renee sent this over. I love this. Ripley's.
This sounds fun.
Ripley's weirdest block party. All right, so clear. Obviously, 4th of July is coming up. Ripley's, believe it or not, is throwing the weirdest party. I love this. This town has ever seen. We are talking live music, some face painting. I love.
There's Misty.
Face paintings. Oh, good. Acapella. We just talked about the story. I'm going back to this Ripley's thing. Face painting is on. It's like, my kid is so ugly. Let me take it to this event so they can get the face painted.
It's everywhere and everything. Let's do it. We have to have face painting.
Listen, Shauna is the best face painter. Hopefully they hired Shauna because she's more than just a bounce house. Family contests, audience trivia, giveaways, and an artist who is going to finish the John Hancock on a massive Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Using nothing but the power of the sun. Why aren't we sponsoring this event? Who knows? Plus the grand opening of the Mirror Maze and the return of the Red Trains with the brand new storytelling experience. That's kind of cool. This is America's 250th, and Ripley's is celebrating 75 years of wonder right here in the nation's oldest city, and all rolled out in one unforgettable afternoon. Hey, if a block party isn't weird enough for you, our friends at St. Augustine Attractions Associations want you to remember that there's a whole lot more strange and spectacular waiting for you around the corner. Mel, give a little bit more detail
so
here.
It's on Saturday, July 4th at Ripley's, believe it or not.
Loving that.
It starts at 3 p.m. and it's free 99 to attend the block party.
Hey, I love a free 99.
So, Sunscriber solar art demos at 4:15, family contest and trivia at 5, Captain and Maybell live at 5:30, and museum admission. If you want to go inside, you got to call them at 904-824-1606.
Yeah, shout out to Kim and the team. That's awesome. Hey, they got the face paintings. I'm just telling you.
Oh, Nicole, this is
Echo.
why we're friends. She said, thanks, Coach Mel, for the heads up. I always go with my daughter if she has to pee in public. I do not trust anyone.
Yeah, you know what, Coach
I teach
Mel?
you guys a lot of stuff.
And a lot of conspiracies, but a lot of those are not just theories; they're actually facts.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
there's
people,
something-
it's funny
You remind me of a young Sylvia Brown.
mixed with Aaron Brockovich.
The land.
The
Yeah.
land.
All right,
It's
let's
true.
get into some local stories here. Oh, Volano Beach had this major fire a couple weeks ago, right? It started around 4:30 in the morning on Zamora Street in Volano Beach. This is the kind of moment that changes everything for an instant. Mike and Lee Kaysen escaped their burning home with nothing but the clothes on their backs, a set of car keys, while Mike's brother, Jimmy, suffered burns to his face and hands just trying to get out. Oh, the Heartbreak Hotel. The 18-year-old dog, Trevor, did not make it,
Mean
but their
Trevor.
other dog, Digby, escaped right alongside the family.
Aw,
Friends say that in the best words of their own fundraiser going on right now, Leah brings enthusiasm and joy to our lives and is always there to lend a hand. Now, this long-term Volano Beach family is leaning on the community. Leah has spent years showing up for it, and community is showing up right back. Mel, give me some more details.
So, homeowners Mike and Leah Kaysen got out safely. Mike's disabled brother Jimmy was burned evacuating downstairs. And firefighters
God.
had to pull back as conditions worsened and the home collapsed minutes
This
later.
is my fear.
No other homes were damaged, so that's good. The case is under investigation by the Florida State Fire Marshal's office. 2 GoFundMe campaigns have raised more than $10,000 so far.
That's not enough.
Now, and if you want to help them, you can go to GoFundMe.com and search Help Leah Kaysen's Family Recover from Fire.
That is so sad. Honestly, that's my absolute fear.
Listen, I lived through a house fire.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll tell you, that is the most terrifying, scariest, heartbreaking, all of it. And when you never know what it's like until you've actually experienced it. It is when you lose everything you own. It's like you don't know what that's like till you've lived it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what it's like to get the shit kicked out of you at a pickleball court. I'll tell you that much. All right, Mama Bear, or was this a meltdown? You guys are going to be the judge and the jury in comments right now. You got to let me know. Do you guys think that she was being a mama bear in this story, or is she just having a public meltdown? Ooh, Nicole, this is a good one for you.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just another Saturday morning at Treaty Park. Paddles up, balls in play, nothing on the line but bragging rights. Then a grown man walked over to a kid about his playing style. And within seconds, that kid's mother turned her paddle into a weapon, allegedly striking him over the head and over until he was bleeding from his face. Was this a mother doing whatever it takes to protect her son, or was someone whose temper got dangerously out of control on a Saturday morning at a rec league court? Her attorney isn't hedging one bit, telling this news organization that flat out, Michelle Bannister is a mom, a nurse, and a model citizen, but deputies tell a very different story. They say that there is an imminent threat to a child. There's none at all. So, Sonny's, tell us, was she a hero or just a hothead? Yeah, you
It
go.
happened May 31st at 10 a.m. at Treaty Park in St. Augustine. And after the game, the alleged victim approached the son to talk about his playing style. The woman there took it way too far. She started beating him up with the paddle.
Disgusting.
She struck him multiple times in the head. Victim suffered facial cuts and significant bleeding. That can
She's saying that he was coming after her son, and she was trying to be a mama bear about this. That's her defense.
She's pled not guilty and bonded out on $8,000. She was also charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and giving false ID.
I didn't know about the false ID
So
part.
here's
You
my-
mean she handed him like some other
No,
ID
they
that
asked what her
wasn't?
name was, and she said, no, it's this, and then handed her stuff over. She's a nurse, though.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you're like supposed to be a model citizen. This went too far. And now here's the thing. Jeff Webb, who was cheerleading, he developed UCA. He was one of the first male cheerleaders. He passed away back in December for an accident at a pickleball court. Not the same way.
We got hot
I'm
head
just
from
saying-
Nicole. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you strike someone in the head, you're taking it. You could kill someone. She could have killed him very easily.
Absolutely.
And now,
I saw
you
when
know,
Ike
sit
Turner did
all
to
the way
Tina, eat the
down.
cake and a maid. Like that,
Yeah,
even
you
that
sit
whole
all the way down,
situation. I
lady.
know. We got Ashim here. She said, fun fact for everybody, pickleball injury rates have actually climbed right alongside its popularity, though most of them are sprained ankles. None of them are paddle related. So just putting that out there.
And here's the other thing. If you can't behave in public, don't behave in public.
Yeah.
The man was not approaching her son in a
Simmer down now.
terrible manner.
You got to simmer down now.
Simmer down.
So you got when you have the agita, the anger of a bull. Like Mel definitely has this
I would
anger.
not physically attack him over
She
that.
says, simmer down now. Like, you got to
My mom
simmer
said
down. Like, right? It's important. Let's go to Old Town Trolley and Attractions. Simmer down. Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on- and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. St. Augustine isn't just a destination, it's an experience. From historic streets to the unforgettable adventures, the city is full of moments waiting to happen. But here's the move. Don't just guess your way through it. Go where the Sunnies find the most trusted attractions. The St. Augustine Attractions Association. Dozens of the best experiences all in one place. From history to hidden gems and everything in between. Plan smarter, explore deeper, experience more. Go to StAugustineFLAttractions.com because here you don't just visit St. Augustine, you live it. Don't need a new website.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, we're back.
We are. All right. Let me see. Ooh, I got a good story. Let me lift everybody back up. Here we go.
Okay, Josh Groban.
All right. Doctor's promise turns 8 months to live into a 4-year cancer-free graduation day. At just 14 years old, this dude Dylan was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer and only given 8 months to live, a sentence no kid or family should ever have to hear. His parents remember the fear of those early days, watching their son brace brutal treatment with no guarantee it would work. But his doctor, Mary Austin, refused to let that be the end of the story. Somewhere in the middle of all those hospital visits, she started making time for lunch with Dylan, checking in on him, and not just as a patient, as a kid who needed someone in his corner. Then she made him a promise. get through 52 grueling weeks of chemotherapy, and she would be there the day he walked across the stage at his high school graduation. Dylan's mom says Dr. Austin had a way of lifting him up even on his hardest days. And Dylan's dad believes that one simple promise changed everything, giving his son a reason to keep fighting when giving up would have been so much easier. Dylan says it best himself. I call her my second mom. For 4 years later, cancer-free and cap and gown on, Dylan got his graduation day. Dr. Austin kept her word, flying in from 1,500 miles away to be there for the hug. It says it all. Mel, give me a little bit more detail here.
All right, you guys. Dylan is from Kansas City, and he's diagnosed with stage 4 kidney at age 14.
Golly.
Doctors gave him 8 months to live. So his doctor said, you know what? I'm going to spend some extra time with this kid, and I'll make a deal with you. She kept her promise, and he graduated from high school, and now Dr. Austin now works 1,500 miles away at a Seattle's Children's Hospital, but she showed up anyway. The moment was caught on video by CBS. And let's do some figures here. Kidney tumors are rare in children, making up only about 7% of all childhood cancers.
Right.
Most pediatric kidney cancer cases involve young children, but a specific type called renal cell carcinoma is more common in teens ages 15 to 19. Even when a child's cancer has spread to nearby areas, kids with kidney tumors tend to have better outcomes than adults with the same diagnosis. That's interesting.
I mean, if a doctor made you a promise like that, is that something that you would hold on to? Would that be like a catalyst for you to be like, yeah, I am going to graduate because I have my war buddy here, my doctor?
Yeah, I think because if you have someone that's like, I'll make a deal with you, knowing myself, I'm like, all right, you're making me a deal, I'm going to win because I'm competitive.
I got to tell you, those kidney cancer stats were kind of eye-opening.
Yeah.
I mean, 7%, you know, that's just
Well,
such
you know
a
what
number.
blows my mind, and it makes me kind of angry? Kids that end up with cancer out of nowhere.
I know.
Like adults, you can drink too much, you can smoke too much. You know, when
yeah,
you're older,
you can pay into the asset of
that's
why you got cancer,
or
but
like
kids are
you're
so
older
innocent.
and you're later in life, you've lived your life,
Yeah.
right? Even though as you get older, you still have life to live. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is kids that they're starting out their life.
They're
like,
innocent. They have no.
I want the answer to why this happens.
I mean-
and everybody can say it's food, it's environment.
It could be genetics. You
I
really
know.
don't have like a direct
I know,
correlation
but doesn't
to
it make you
but
angry?
I mean, it does because
Makes me angry.
you know it's out of their control and they're so innocent with it. But you know, it's doctors like this Dr. Austin who goes
Yeah.
above and beyond and making sure these kids are seen, are heard, and they have a support system. I think her showing up at the graduation was just the cherry on top of this whole
100%.
story. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. All right, let's get into Snack Pack.
All right, I had still, until I saw the lyrics here, got this one wrong.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Touchdown, it brings me around to...
find I'm the only man.
I'm
they
a
think-
rocket man.
There it is, burning
Rockin'-
down the hill on every song. Something beat a body beat a
It
boo.
is, I have it
We
ruined
can't
these
do
lyrics.
it. Yeah, we're
No.
ruining all songs apparently.
It was
We got to get back on this
released
better
in
track.
1972. The lyrics were inspired by Ray Bradbury's short story about astronauts treating space travel just like another everyday job and not some heroic
Oh,
adventure.
that was pathetic. Move on to the next song. We got to
Yes.
redo Rocket Man. That was terrible.
Oh, God. Rock
The
the
Casbah,
Casbah.
rock the Casbah.
The Sharif don't
Don't
like it.
Rock the Casbah.
Yes. The Clash. I love The Clash.
Me too.
It was released in 1992, and it was The Clash's...
82.
82. And it was The Clash's only top 10 hit in the U.S. Here's the wild part. The music was written almost entirely by the band's drummer.
Oh, Topper Hedren.
Yep. Not only, not their usual songwriting duo, he recorded the piano, bass, and drums all by himself in one studio session.
Oh, he
his,
layered it. I see now.
because
Okay.
his bandmates didn't show up on time.
Typical.
His original lyrics were actually a soppy love song about missing his girlfriend, and the lead singer, Joe Strummer, hated them so much that he balled up the page and threw it over his shoulder. Sadly, Topper was let go from the band right before the song blew up, so he never got to enjoy the success on the tour.
Oh my God, that is really bitchy. I did not know about that.
That's what they do. They're like, it's going to be a hit, so you got to go.
Next up, and we linger on. Time can't erase the feeling.
I
is
can't do her
wrong.
high notes.
No way you're ever gonna shake me.
Oh,
Oh,
baby,
darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby.
I can't do the
I
Mariah
don't care.
Carey.
It's more about me anyway.
Oh, it's okay. From her 1995 album Daydream, and it became her 11th #1 hit, tying her with Madonna and Whitney Houston for the most chart toppers by a female artist at the same time. Mariah co-wrote it with producer Jeremiah Dupri and
Jermaine Dupri, and I love
Jermaine Dupri.
I love their friendship because they really it's not a sexy. They're really platonic friends, which is awesome.
So here's a funny story. Mariah originally wanted to sing it over the beat of a Wu-Tang Clan song, which completely caught Dupri off guard. The chorus was warm, confident glow. Like she's not even worried about a breakup because she knows he's coming back. Let me tell you, my goal is still, I'm working on it every day to be as unbothered as Mariah Carey.
Always Be My Baby. I love that song. All right, let's get into Sunshine Shenanigans. Guys, we all know the wild world of Facebook Marketplace. This dopey.
You ever bought something off there?
The great Facebook Marketplace meltdown of Miguel Gonzalez Jaramillo. Sonny's gather around because today's shenanigans is about a man, a guy who just wanted to sell his 2009 Nissan Altima and instead accidentally sold his entire emotional autobiography to the general public. Here's the setup before we get to that picture, Mel. Miguel's Altima has 142,000 miles on it, a check engine light, and basically became part of the dashboard decor at this point. And one of those air fresheners shaped like a pine tree and stopped smelling like that since around 2019. But
I love those
Miguel
things.
don't care. Miguel believes his car is writing the listing and is selling it as much as a Tesla. The 2009 Nissan Altima runs great, he says on Facebook Marketplace. Cold AC, clean title, serious buyers only. Please don't lowball me. I know what I have. He takes one good photo, front 3/4 angles, golden hour lighting, the car looking its absolute best like a mugshot for a sedan that's been proud of itself. Now, here's where the story goes sideways. Miguel opens his camera roll to grab that photo, and somewhere between scrolling past blurry receipts and screenshots, his thumb slips, and instead of tapping just the Altima's photos, he taps the one right next to it, a photo from 3 weekends ago.
Oh, geez.
Please put the picture up. Oh, my God.
I can't.
What a jerk. He's there with his lover in this picture. A genuinely loving, soft-lipped, shirtless, deeply affectionate photo of Miguel and his boyfriend cuddled up on the couch looking like a cover of a romance novel, Love in the Time of Car Trouble.
I can't.
He doesn't notice he hits post, and he goes to make a sandwich. 20 minutes later, Miguel's phone starts buzzing. Hey, is this still available? Miguel feeling good, feeling like a salesman. He types back, yes, still available. In great condition. Next message, cool. Random question. Does the second guy come with the car or is that extra? Then he turned white as a ghost. Miguel's mouth hit the floor. He stares at his phone the way you can only stare at a parking ticket you didn't see coming. He opens the listing himself and there it is. Right there is the thumbnail. Not the Altima, him, shirtless, mid-cuddle, looking directly into the camera with the kind of
what you post.
You gotta pay attention what you're clicking on these things. Oh my God.
Have you ever bought anything from Marketplace?
Never.
I'm scared.
No, it's just all sounds like
People
used bath salts and mattresses.
People are using you could buy this one shoe I have.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. No thank you. All right, let's get into movies, shall we?
All right, here we go. A Star is Born.
I'm on the deep end. Watch as I dive in.
The story has been made into a movie 4 separate times.
And they were all hits.
1937, 1954, 1976, and 2018.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland's 1954 version was meant to be her big comeback after leaving MGM, and it worked. She got an Oscar nomination for it.
That's true.
Funny twist, in the 1937 version, the Oscar the lead actress holds for one scene was the real actress Janet Gaynor's actual Oscar. So the Oscar that they won was the actress's real Oscar that she got.
Oh, got it. Okay.
The 1976 version with Barbara Streisand was
Oh
a
my
massive
God.
hit.
The
The
way we
soundtrack sat at
were.
#1 for 6 straight weeks.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga's 2018 version came 42 years after the last one, the longest gap between remakes in the whole series.
Yep.
Bradley Cooper insisted on filming the songs live instead of lip singing.
He went to
so
my
what
high
you
school.
hear is really happening in the moment.
Oh.
Next up, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I
love this movie. Get a
know.
Windex. Put a Windex on it.
It's a cake.
The whole movie started as a 45-minute one-woman show that writer and star Nia Vardalos, I ruined her last name, performed in tiny theaters. It was based on her real life. She really did marry a non-Greek man, just like her character. Tom Hanks discovered her almost by accident. His wife, Rita Wilson, dragged him to see the show, and he called Nia the next day to option it. Budget was only $5 million because basically pocket change in Hollywood terms.
Yeah, that's tiny.
It ended up making over $368 million worldwide, making it one of the most profitable movies ever made.
What an investment.
It opened in just over 100 theaters and grew week after week purely by word of mouth, most unheard of for a movie. Fun fact, the famous Windex gag came straight from Nia's real dad, who actually used Windex on everything.
I have stopped using a lot of
they're
cleaning
not leaving
things.
Bunny certified. I'm not using it.
Windex I still have.
Windex
I still have in my house.
My dad used to put rubbing alcohol on everything. You got road rash from falling, you rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing
Painful.
alcohol. Definitely
Pain.
dry it out. That's perfect.
Stinger.
All right, Sonnies. Today we talked about a lot of things. A fire that took almost everything except the people who mattered the most. A doctor who made a promise on a hard day and then flew 1,500 miles to keep it. A man who sits by an elevator week after week and just so a stranger doesn't have to hear the word cancer alone. Different stories, different people, different corners of the country. But if you squint, they're all really the same story, aren't they? It's the story of somebody showing up, not just because they had to, not just because anybody made them, but because somewhere along the way, they decided that another person's hard day was worth their time, was worth their energy, was worth their Tuesday afternoon. That's it. That's the whole secret. You don't need 15 years of medical school or a fundraiser that goes viral. You need to notice when people near you are struggling and choose to stay in the room a little bit longer. And that is the thing, Sonnies. The world doesn't get better in some big dramatic movie moment way. It gets better one elevator, one phone call, one neighbor at a time. So today, find your version of that. Sit with someone, show up for someone, be the person who stays in the room. We love you guys out there. And we will be back on the show that's on in the afternoon. The cool kids, we know it as
Afternoon Delight.
That's right, 3
3
o'clock.
o'clock. Share the show, friends.
We love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye, Sonnies.
Bye, guys.